Good morning everybody, and how are you this morning? It is that wonderful time of the day. It is 7:59. So how are you doing? It's a beautiful morning. It's Friday, the 12th of January 2024. Busy. Good morning. Hi Dawn. Good morning. How are you this morning? It's nice to see you. Welcome to the morning blessings. Can you put that in for me? Stacy has no power, so she can't come on to put it on. Can you put welcome to the morning blessings, and I'll pin it. Thanks, Dawn. So today is a beautiful day. Here we are, and it's 7:59. We're all excited. Hello, Lynn. How are you this morning? Hi, Ryan. Good morning. How are you today? Wonderful, amazing human beings. How are you feeling today, everybody? Let me know how are you feeling, because it's important to feel in the morning. So it's 8 o'clock. So let's get the show on the road. Hi, everybody. Today, look at your topic. The thing you fear, right? Isn't that something? The thing you fear is gone. Thank you, Dawn, for doing that. The thing you fear is gone. Yes, it is. So we know that what we fear usually it's not there, or it's perceived that it will come. And when you hear what you fear is gone, good morning, Nancy, the thing you fear is gone. Guilt makes you blind. So guilt is something that we carry. Guilt. I didn't do well. I didn't succeed. I had a breakup. I'm in debt. I'm fat. I'm eating too much. Guilt. Guilt makes you blind. For when you see one spot of guilt within you, what you do when you see that one spot of guilt within you, you will not see the light. Because when you see that guilt, you cannot see the light, because you're concerned about that thing I didn't do well, that thing I said that I shouldn't have said, all of that. So when you see that within you, you cannot see light. You cannot see, well, maybe, you know what, you didn't gain 20 pounds, you only gained 15. But all you can see is the 20 that you gain. You're not seeing that you didn't gain 20. You're seeing 5 less than you thought. Because the guilt is preventing you from seeing the light. Guilt is deep inside of you. Guilt is something that we draw and bring it in. So by projecting it, the world seems dark, shrouded in guilt. So how we project guilt is by, hi Tanya, hi, good morning. I'm sorry, there I am calling you Tanya again. Good morning. So when the guilt is inside of us, when we have guilt, by projecting that guilt out to the world seems dark and shrouded in the guilt. That's all we see is the guilt. And we don't understand that guilt is not real. It's not even there, it's gone. But we keep dragging it and going looking for it. And therefore, when we're looking for guilt, the whole world seems dark and shrouded. Good morning, Ezra. How are you? How are you feeling? Good morning, guys. How are you all feeling today? You throw a dark veil over it because you are afraid to look within. So I hope you guys are with me that the thing you fear is gone. But guilt is what we fear. It comes to us because we go back and we look at the should have and all the mistakes we made and all the choices we made and where we are in several different parts of our mind, even a spiritual guilt. God will punish me. A mental guilt. I did something wrong, and you're walking around and you cannot be in the mental, you can't even recall the things that you studied and apply it appropriately at the right time. Because guilt has covered it, completely covered it. And because guilt has covered it, you decide that you're going to just see that guilt and you're projecting it to the world. You bring it up to people, you tell them stuff. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? How are you feeling today? And you see that guilt coming through. And you do not realize, my goodness, it is something deeper than that. But you take that little, I gained 15 pounds, but you lost 5. You even forgot that before you got on the scale this time that you were 20 pounds heavier or 5 pounds heavier. So the guilt prevents you from seeing the success, the shining light, a little light, the light that you have. I did better. Good morning, Kia. I thought I blew up my spending. And then all you're thinking of, until you watch it, you're afraid of it. And that's why you keep the bills when they come and you hide them under the fruit dish on the kitchen table. Or you shove them behind the canisters on the counter. Or you shove them somewhere and you put something on top of them. You're covering them. Because you're already getting angry at that little thing. You understand me? That we are looking at guilt. Letting guilt. Good morning, Grace. How are you? So the thing that, good morning, Grace. How are you feeling today? That's how you're doing, Grace. You're feeling. The thing you fear is gone. But you didn't take your time to open that bill, did you? Instead, you pushed it at the back. You covered it under the canister, under the fruit dish on the table. And then you stuff it in your purse. You're angry. And you're projecting it into the world. But you just believe that you spent a lot more. Why not open it? Good morning, Chrissy. Open that bill and see the amount. Face it. Go within, go inside and find out what that guilt you're feeling that you spend $1,000 more than you would have spent. But really, you didn't spend it. You spent $700. But you let that $700 take away the shine from you having done better by saving $3. You didn't go overboard, but you were so frightened because guilt is keeping you from going forward. It is gone. Guilt is gone. The thing is, like not opening the bill when the bill comes. By being angry at somebody when they're gone, already gone. You're not going within. You didn't open the bill. You didn't strip open the envelope. You didn't ask the person why. What is going on with us? Why are we breaking up? Why our friendship is weak? You're just assuming, taking guilt, and projecting the guilt into the world. Therefore, you're stepping into the day full of guilt. And that guilt is carrying you backwards. It's not going anywhere. It's taking you in the shadow of the past again. And that's where we feel the guilt. And so one of the things we have to remember to do when you are throwing that dark veil over it, because you're afraid to look within. We are always so afraid to go deep and to look inside and see what is there, uncover it, open it. Instead, we just cover it, put the blanket over it, hide it, take it, stick it under something so I do not have to see it. The phone is ringing because a debt collector is calling at 7:30 at night and you will not answer that phone. You don't even stop to look to see what's the number, who is calling. You're just hiding everything, and it's guilt that's causing you to do that. But then when you do that, you're taking away the shine. You're taking away the love for something in your life that is a lot better than this guilt. And that is something we have to fight and push forward on. The thing that we fear is gone. We're fearing something we don't know, but we're afraid. We're afraid to see of what you will see when you go in. You throw a dark cloth on top of it instead of going in, instead of stripping it open, checking it out, asking the question, why are we doing this? Why is this happening to us? We just ignore it. Even physical health. Look at what we do with our physical health. We know our physical health. We know something is not working, but we do not go. We just cover it. Yet we think of it. We cover it again. We do not want to dig. We do not want to go within. We do not want to find the results. And we cannot face it. But we cannot do that because all we do when we continuously do that, we are covering the light. We are preventing ourselves from seeing that shining little light. Oh, well, you know that it's not something really bad. The doctor says it's just that you need to make sure that perhaps, just perhaps, you drink a little bit more water today and continue to do so. So that is why the guilt is there. Because we are not going within to open it and see what is, dissect it. They do that in school. We do that with a frog growing in school. In my house had eyes and all kinds of pieces of thing in the fridge because they were all in science. And there they were cutting people things up and bringing it home to keep it in the fridge. I had to get a fridge downstairs just for them. But they had to go within. They couldn't just get their degree in science without going within. They had to take these little pieces of things apart and check it out. What's in that eyeball? Why is it like that? But not us. It's nagging. It's pulling at our feet, and we are not checking it out. You're afraid of what you would see there, but you do not go there. You're afraid. You're afraid of what you will see. You don't even know. But you wouldn't go in there. The magic, though, is to sit quietly, in silence. Sit for a second, a 30 second, a minute, and go in and deal with it. Face it. The thing is, when you go in, you get something sweet. When you go in, you know who we're going to find in there? The 7-year-old you. That 7-year-old person. That 7-year-old you that was afraid of the teacher. That 7-year-old you. Hi, Tessa-Marie. Welcome to the morning blessing. The little old you, the 7-year-old person that is just going through life. Curious. Amazing. Want to learn. Jumps from one joy piece to another until that adult shows up. A parent, sometimes a relative, sometimes an aunt, an uncle, a relative comes in and sees the light. The light from that 7-year-old that you're looking at. Go in, you'll find her or him in that garden inside of you. Go in and say, where are you? And that person saw you at actually the age of 7. When you started to reason, when you knew the differences in what was going on through life, and you started questioning it, and you were joyful, and you always have, and why? And that person came in, and they just stopped it. They put a stopper on your jar of life. They come and said, oh, go sit down. Kids are supposed to be seen and not heard. Go behave. Go sit in the corner. You're to ask so many questions. You don't know anything. And that is what we have to do. Hello, and everybody who's here. Thank you. And this is what we need to remember to do. Is that go in, face it, and go find that little person in there. And when you go in, you'll find the 7-year-old you, and it will hurt you. You are going to go back, and you're going to think of that day when that person plucked your flower before it could even become a flower. Good morning, Yoko. That they cut the bud right at the stem. They snap it. You had dreams of becoming great and magnificent, and you might have said something. And shut up, go sit down, sit in the corner. Kids are supposed to be seen and not heard. Why are you so rambunctious? Why are you always jumping up and down? Why are you always talking? What are you doing now? Come here, I can't see you. I need to see what you're doing. Remember those conversations? Happy Friday, Yuko. How are you feeling today? Can you remember those tiny conversations from the adult in your life that told you to behave? You're too curious. The thing is your tongue is too sharp. Why don't you go sit down? You're stupid anyway. You're just a child. We don't want to hear you. So when you go within, you will find that child. And that child will be wandering around. That child will be in that garden. You will enter a garden. There is no doubt. You will enter a wild place, a place like out nature. But that wonderful 7-year-old is wondering. And wondering why you haven't come to visit. So I can tell you about me. That is what is going to happen to you. You'll get to know the truth. And you have to go within to find that 7-year-old. No, it will not be a 4-year-old. It will be a 7-year-old with memories of a 1-year-old. And then you will face it. And that is hard, but it's gone. But you need to go in there and clean it out. You need to take away the cavity. You need to take away the plaque from your teeth so your teeth can last longer. You need to go in there and find out, hey, what's going on in here? And talk to that 7-year-old. And you won't have to talk, actually. You won't talk. The 7-year-old will say, hi, oh, you're back. Come, let me show you where I live. Let me take you on a tour. Look at the garden. And you will remember who took you and made you afraid of going in and finding the true you, instead of looking outside for somebody in the world to tell you who you are. For somebody to tell you you're not worthy enough. Because that's what they did to the 7-year-old inside of you. That when you were 7, they told you you're not good enough. That's all you can do. You got 80 and they're telling you, you got 80, so what? Your brother got 100. This person is smarter than you. That person is prettier than you. Your hair is nappy. Your face is too dark. Your face is too white. Your eyes are brown. You should have blue eyes. Everybody in the family has blue eyes. Well, who are you? Are you the milkman's daughter, milkman's son? You have brown eyes. How come you're so short when they're all so tall? What happened here? Why are you tall? All of that at 7. Or you have big feet. Somebody told me as an adult, I have big feet, but I am 5'8". I need to have big feet, otherwise I will fall. My shoe is 10. So you have to understand, they do that as a child. Oh, I'm tired of buying shoes. You're just growing too much. I can't afford to buy clothes for you. All of that. And you wonder why you have no money. When you heard your parents say to you that they cannot afford to buy clothes, we have no money, you're growing too much, your feet are so big, and all of that. Go in and find out. I wanted you to look at it. You have the weekend in front of you. See which one of you is brave enough to go within. And I dare you to look within. You will only find a shining light of love and peace in there. I dare you. Because what you're afraid to see, I told you. Some of you can relate to what I said, and maybe none of you relate to what I said. I had a grown man that was talking about hockey to me. And he said to me, his relationship with his father was so horrible. And it's still horrible. He barely communicates with him. But something inside of him makes him want to communicate with him. And he said he was a goalie for his hockey team. And on the way home, the dad would tell they won the game. And the dad would not emphasize the shining light that he saved maybe 40 shots. The dad is going to concentrate on the 2 shots he let in, and the people scored 2 goals. The dad doesn't tell him that your team scored 8 goals and you saved 20 shots. You were very good. The dad told him, you let 2 of them in. And now you wonder why that person, as an adult, hasn't got that relationship with their family. Because the father never let shine a light on his successes. As a boy, as a child. I asked him how old you were. He said I was 14. And that happened. So and then he was the one who told me, shut up and sit down. The father would say, you don't know nothing. And do not talk. Thank you, Christy. But what people have to understand is that if you dare to look inside, you will find a shining light of love and peace. If you do that. If you just go in and just spend a few minutes in there, you will find that light of peace. You'll see the difference. You'll see the beauty of the times. You'll see the beauty in the face of you, the 7-year-old. You will not see or hear all of this. I will not tell you the 7-year-old speaks about what I endured, but I will tell you I am waiting for you to come so we can start the journey anew. We can become what we were meant to be. So go within, spend the time, look for that wonderful peace that is there. You were taught only one kind of love. And to have peace in the world is not possible, or you are weird. Give love a chance. Have peace in the world. John Lemon, Yoko Ono, all of that. Even the hippies, the people at Woodstock, You're old, you're weird, you got how you dress, you're kind of weird. And if you say love, love is wonderful, loving others, caring for others is a form of love. Saying love, nice thing to others. Oh, what are you, a hippie? You're weird. You're still getting criticized. They only taught us one kind of love, is the love of the sexual love. They didn't teach us the love of just being yourself and loving the feeling that you get. And saying, when I do this, I feel good. When I sleep, I feel good. If you said that, are you weird or something? When I talk to my friend, that is uplifting. When I listen to somebody who has something positive to say, I feel good. And that you must remember is that you have that opportunity to click on it. And love is not only one kind of love. You can love the energy of the atmosphere where you are right now. You can love what you see beside you. Everything you see, you can see love in it. If you choose to admit to yourself, there is love in this situation. There is love inside of that situation. And it's not always have to be through a hug. And when we see it, we have to be able to challenge it and say, okay, what kind of love is that? Do you want it? Because you no longer are afraid of loving others and thinking nice about others without somebody telling you you're weird. What do you like about this? Why do you always smiling? They want you to be afraid and to be feel of guilt. You were taught only one kind of love, and to have peace in the world is not possible, or you are a weird person. But yet, when you dare to go within, it is all there. When you dare to go inside, I dare you and you go in and say, I'm going to spend 2 minutes. Somewhere along the way, I picked up the idea that I was a lot for some people. I would tell people that when they asked why I wasn't married before I met John, I realized, no, I am not too much. I am the right amount. Yes, they have this ability to cut us down. And this starts, like people, they're there. You don't spell, you don't read. I've heard women talking to others saying, oh, you don't speak properly. Oh, you don't read. When you send a note, it's spelling error. But it's not that matters. It's not that matters, that you send a note. That is what matters. It's not the spelling errors in the note that is important. We need to remember that. Thanks, Dawn. I love that. We need to remember it's not me not being married. That didn't mean, you see, again, it's the same thing, Dawn. They taught us the same kind of one-way love. Nobody is choosing you. Nobody is loving you. That is just another way of telling you that. And people, they would say to you, somewhere along, I picked up the idea that I was a lot for some people. I would tell people that they asked me why I wasn't married. Yes, they're saying in the man, again, back to childhood, you're not good enough. That's why nobody chose you. You're not pretty enough. The sexual love, that's what they know to teach us. And we believe that. And I deal with that on my YouTube channel when people ask me questions about love. Yesterday, I did something on how to be intimate in your relationship. And I got a lot of people watching it with me, which was great, or watching while I was talking. But I get that question, how do we love each other? How do we become intimate? What is intimacy? What is intimacy? Some people don't understand it, but intimacy is acceptance and love and touching and seeing and appreciating and musing and sitting together and the energy. You are good enough. And maybe for some people, like you said, Don, you're too much. That is what they told the 7-year-old inside of you. You're too much. Shut up and sit down. That's what they told my friend, the hockey player. You let 2 goals in. They're telling you what is wrong with you, and nobody can see that you have a lot going for you. So again, you were taught only one kind of love. And to have peace in the world is not possible, or you are weird. Because that's the love they're looking for. But yet, when you dare to go in within it, it's all there. Love is there. Peace is there. Joy is there. Kindness is there. Compassion is in there. Laughter is in there. Patience is in there. Happiness is in there. Thankfulness is in there. Gratitude is in there. And appreciation. You have it all. Dare yourself to go in to find it. Just dare yourself to go in to find it. I am asking you, this weekend, go in. Get the most beautiful creamy cup of coffee you like, or tea, or Stacey has no power, that's why she's not here, I forgot to mention that. Or Yuko and Stacey with their wine, and sit and go in. Just go in. Make the atmosphere beautiful. Light a candle. Spray some perfume in the air. Put some perfume on. Get ready. Brush your teeth. Make yourself pleasant. You're going to meet you. You're going to meet somebody you know that loves you, that's on your side. The you that you ask, if you were me, what would you do now? That person is alive. That 7-year-old is still inside of you, bursting for you to come visit. So this weekend, prepare yourself like you're going to a wedding. And you dress, you're clean, you're bathed, everything on you is clean. You're going to visit an important guest. Bless yourself. Like how Yuko and I say, the emperor is coming. The emperor is here. Dress yourself like the president, the prime minister is coming to visit you. Bless yourself properly and go in there. And find that 7-year-old that somebody crushed and told them that shut up, sit down. Kids are supposed to be seen and not heard. You do not know nothing. You're too inquisitive. You're too tall. You're too black. You're too nappy. Your hair is too blonde. It is too thin. Your eyes are brown. They're supposed to be blue. Go in and meet that person. I dare you to do that this weekend. Make yourself as lovely as possible, as comfortable as you can. And it does not have to be an hour, but if you feel and when you connect, you are there for an hour, so be it. And let your mind go. Go in there, you'll find that little boy, that little girl. And they will just tell you the life that they planned for you. The dreams and goals and aspirations that they have. And while you are in there, write down the experience. The thing is, I make you guys go deep because these are the things that make you stronger. I do this. I go and I see her. I can see the dress that she wore. I can go and I can see the opportunities and the things that were said. I was just most fortunate because I had those two parents that were strong and I had uncles and aunts that were also those kind of people. So we were never shushed away. And we were never told to shut up and wait for your turn. You were told you have to step up, lean in, be counted, be there, show up, apply yourself, study, work diligently. Make sure that, and here is a very good bad example. This, you see this? That's a very good bad example. That was what I was raised to know. So I didn't have it. I transferred that to my children. Go and find it. Do not. Michael said that there was no empathy, sympathy. He said it doesn't matter what other people. He said, how did he tell me? Get over it. He said it was you can do it. What's your problem? Just get over it. What is keeping you back? You are born in a country where education will come to meet you if you do not want to go to school. You are born in a country where there are people dying to come in. And you have a problem with your first world problem, get the bus, get to school, and do your best. That's all you have to do. So that was what I had. These were the drills. We call them drills, referred to our father as Pharaoh. Stern he was, very stern. And that was what it was. But those of you that maybe got crushed, you still can fix it. Because when you go in there and meet your little you, the inner you, that 7-year-old you, you will find that a conversation will happen. You're looking to learn to meditate. Drop by for a minute. Just drop by and you will be afraid. Remember, you are going to fear this. You will be afraid. You've never gone deep before. You've never gone within. But write the conversation down and say, goodbye, I'll see you again. and then go again another time. And be prepared. Do not go to visit a long lost friend and you're ragged and you're not dressed properly and you think, oh, I'm just going to relax and do that. No. If you're going to meet the emperor who doesn't really care, you would dress up. And there you're going to meet somebody that will lead you and tell you what is in here shines. Love, peace, joy, kindness, compassion, laughter, happiness, thankfulness, patience, faith, gratitude, belief, all of that, and appreciation. I dare you to go in there and find it. I dare you. You have it done all. I dare you to go in to find it. It's still there, waiting for you. So wonderful people, how are you this morning? I like that, Dawn. I am the right amount. I really love that. So thank you, all of you wonderful, amazing people, for dropping by today and hanging on. Who is hanging on with us? Kia, Julia, Nancy, Dawn, Ryan, Tanerji, and Lynn. Wonderful people. I really appreciate you guys hanging on and staying. And if you get a chance, make sure you do this. You just go in there and work on it a little bit better. I would love to watch that. What happened? Has anyone seen the animated movie Soul? I highly recommend it. It goes along with Tessa's message today. Oh, we should look for that. So yeah, guys, thanks, Dawn. That's a good idea. So I'm trusting that this message touched you and forced you to think. I know it must have been difficult for some of you to be here looking at it. Thank you for words today. Thank you, Kia. And I'm sure it is difficult, but I know sometimes we're afraid to go in because we know it is only darkness, and that's what we project, and that's what we get. So go in and converse with your 7-year-old self. Thank you for coming. Take care, everybody. Love you. Have a wonderful and amazing day. I'm so happy and grateful. I had the privilege to be here with you for the entire week. What an opportunity that is. And it's the weekend, so do something special for yourself today. I know weekend, you have a lot of weekend chores, but what about going in for a few minutes? I dare you, because when you go in, you'll find that you've got it all. Have a great day.